The real estate market across the country and even in Texas is constantly changing. Real estate is a hyper-local niche that you need to know exactly what's going on in the community where you're looking. My name is Chase and I'm a real estate agent right here in the Woodlands, Texas. I live in this community, I work here, and I help families relocate here. And going into this summer of 2024, I want to give you the most up-to-date, accurate information so you can make really informed decisions if you're thinking about moving here, or if you live here, so you know what the market is like and what is happening right here in the Woodlands, Texas. Let's jump into this summer 2024's market update video. Now, when people think about the Woodlands, Texas and real estate, they often think about super luxury homes, $2 million and above, everything is custom houses. And that, although we do have that, that's really not true. The majority of our homes in the Woodlands are under $1 million. So to start on our first kind of price bracket, under $1 million, I wanted to look at what has sold at the beginning of this summer to give you how the market and how buyers and sellers are interacting. So the average home that has sold thus far in the Woodlands right now is about 2,700 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom home with 2.5 baths. It's got a 2-car garage and it's on about a 7,000, 8,000 square foot lot. These homes are selling, average right now is about $570,000. Currently, there's a lot of demand for those homes. So the median days on market is 8 days on market. So from the day that it's listed as an active home where showings can begin to the day that it's under contract, not sold, but under contract is 8 days. Now, once the home has sold, the sold price to list price ratio is 99.7%. What this means is that they're almost getting exactly that $570,000, maybe just less than that. And what that means more kind of how we see it play out on a more practical basis is that 0.3% difference between the list price and the sold price are repairs that were negotiated between the buyer and the seller. So maybe there was an issue with the roof, or maybe they needed the air conditioning serviced, or there were some physical, small things, damage, electrical items that needed repair. The demand for homes is such that buyers are really not negotiating, maybe negotiating on those repair items, but in some cases they're actually offering over ask price for these homes because there's not many that are coming on the market. Now, to speak to the luxury price point, because we definitely do have that in the Woodlands, that's going to be from $1 million and above. These homes are going to be larger. You're looking at around 5,000 square feet for that price point. It's going to be 5 beds, 3.5 baths, and a 3-car garage. These homes are also going to have a pool and an office in them. And the average price that these homes have been selling for this summer is $1.575 million. So not even closer to that $1 million, but honestly, probably closer to the $2 million range is where you're going to find something like this. But $1.2, $1.6 million, that's going to find you a great house in a really good neighborhood. These are going to be your custom homes. Now, the days on market here, the median days on market for this luxury price point is 38 days, which historically is really low for the luxury price point. Just over a month to be able to sell your over $1 million house, that's really great and shows that there are still buyers in this market. The sold price to list price is just slightly less. It's going to be 99.4%. With bigger homes come more issues with, a pool inspection or additional roof concerns or, updates that need to be done. So those sellers and buyers are working together and we're seeing a little bit of a reduction in that sales price, or really that sold price to what it was listed for. So overall, people are asking, is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? Very much so, it is a seller's market here in the Woodlands. To show you that, I want to talk about some of the appreciation that we've had in our market. So last year, 2023, the average sold price per square foot was $214 a square foot. That's a really great price. This year, we're seeing in the market right now, the average price per square foot has increased 12% to $240 a square foot. And there's a couple reasons for that. One, buyers are getting more accustomed to interest rates being a little bit higher. So they're kind of accepting that that is the fact, and they're just setting their budget accordingly. And the second reason is there's just not many homes coming on the market. So if you are relocating down here, the demand is high and there's competition pushing that appreciation up to $240 a square foot. Now, again, that's a general rule of thumb. It's a general metric. That's not going to be custom homes are going to be different than townhouses here in the Woodlands. But I do think it's important that you just have a general understanding of the appreciation that we have seen. And I do believe the Woodlands has many more moats around it that help keep those values high. Low property taxes, no homeowners association, really, really, really good schools, and all the amenities that this community has, plus your neighborhoods and stuff, like how well it's upkept, help year over year increase our home values. So how does this look for my clients, or maybe for yourself? As a real estate broker and somebody that helps families relocate to our community every single day, basically. And we also help families that live in the Woodlands either upgrade or downsize depending on what they're looking for. For buyers, this looks like more than likely there might be 1, 2, or even 3 other offers on a property. Now, we don't have to do something like we did in the COVID days where we were offering 10% over asking price and waiving all these certain things. That's not the case. However, we do typically sometimes offer 2 or 3% over the asking price, a competitive timeline, a lease back to the seller for a month or so if needed. Typically, that's a free lease back. For about 30 days, maybe 40 days. Anything after that, we would probably start charging the seller some rent. We give them a shorter inspection period. Somebody reached out to me the other day and asked, like, are people still waiving inspections? And honestly, in my opinion, being able to help buyers secure homes, even in multiple offer situations, we really are not waiving inspections. I never recommend that. Unless it's a total fixer-upper and it's being sold as is. That's not the home that you're going to be looking for per se, but really you're still going to be able to have that due diligence of your general home inspection where we can then negotiate some of those repairs. And then we can even, obviously still have an appraisal too on the property. So we don't have to be overly aggressive, but we want to stay within your budget. But we do need to make it attractive to the seller to accept our offer. And we have lots of experience beating out other competitors and other offers in our community. So maybe you're sitting on a home. Maybe you own your house in the Woodlands and you're thinking about selling it, but you don't know what the experience might be like in the market because of the big news channels and things. And again, real estate is hyper local. So to speak to one of our listings that we've had recently, we priced it right? We're not overpricing homes. We are pricing them how they should be priced, right? What it will truly appraise for. And what we're seeing is that when we do that, and we do really great marketing, more videos like this. You got to check out some of our luxury listing tours where we walk through homes and I get to showcase them and sell them to a prospective buyer on your behalf. When we do all that right, coupled with an open house, we can actually generate a lot of demand, multiple offers, and timelines that fit your timeline, frankly. Sometimes it can be scary to sell your home and not know exactly where you're going to go, but we are able to find ways to work with the buyer to accommodate their schedule, but also your schedule to make the process and transition to your next destination as smooth as possible. Again, we've used some generalities in today's videos. So if you're in a specific village or neighborhood or price point and you want to know the value of your house, or if you're moving here and you want to live in a specific village, reach out to me. I can walk you through what we're seeing in that local neighborhood, in that local village, or if you're thinking about listing your home, we can guide and assist you all through that process. The Woodlands is an amazing place to live. Be sure to subscribe to our channel if you never want to miss content about this amazing community. Thanks for your time, and we'll see you on the next video.